There's something you know, something you have, something that you've been exposed to, something that is inbuilt in you about your industry, about your topic, about the expertise that you're portraying, or something that you do in your job every day. There's something that you know or know how to do that nobody else can do it quite the same as you. And it's not usually because you're like the most qualified in the entire industry, it's usually because of a combination of things: your expertise, your experience, your failures, your wins, your journey, your observation, your opinions, your perspectives that only you have accumulated the way you have accumulated it. Now, this is your unfair advantage. This is what makes you stand out. This is what makes you different. This is that quality that allows someone to say, oh, I don't know what it is about that woman, but she's the one I want to work with on this project. Now, most women never identify this unfair advantage, and therefore they're walking around treating it like something regular or something that is non-existent. This is the thing that will make you stand out. This is the thing that will make you different. This is the thing that you have started looking at as nothing much. That thing that you call nothing much, that combination of thing that makes you special is what has you going around believing that you're as good as everybody else, or you're not as good as everybody else, even though you are much better. And this means that you're building your brand on everything else apart from the thing that makes you irreplaceable. Today, I'm going to show you how to find it. If you're new here, my name is Paula Pwul. I'm a lawyer and personal branding strategist, and I spent the last over 7 years helping African women find the thing that makes them different, find how to stand out in the industry, and build brands that actually reflect who they are, not who the world thinks they should be, not who they think their friends think they should be, who they actually are. And the single most common thing that I see holding women back is that they have no idea what it is that makes them special or different. And it's not because they don't have it, it is because nobody has taught them where to look. So today we're going to go deep into what it is that makes you special. First, let me tell you what unfair advantage is not. It is not your certificate, it is not your qualification. It is not just your experience. So while qualifications tell people you're competent, they do not say why they should choose you specifically. You're not the only person that was in your class getting that qualification. And passion is not your unfair advantage because everybody is passionate about their work, at least almost everybody. Your unfair advantage is one of three things. Number one, a specific problem that you understand in a way that most people in your industry don't understand. And perhaps it is because you have gone through that problem personally, or you have dealt with that problem in a particular situation, and therefore you can help the people that are going through that problem in that particular situation. Let's say you overcame cancer. Many people in the world have overcome cancer. However, maybe you didn't use orthodox medicine. Maybe you went the traditional route. Maybe you went through herbs and so on and so forth. Now, there are people out there who would rather try that route than the modern medicine route. That is something, a solution that you have in an industry that many people operate in. However, you have specific experience using a specific method because you have gone through it. Which brings me to number two, a perspective that comes from an experience that is especially yours. You went through it, nobody else. So even though other people have solutions in that industry, you have solutions from experience. And experience is a crazy thing. You and I can go through the same exact experience and come out with different perspectives. Number three, it is a way of explaining what you do that is distinct to only you. It is the way your mind distills it and how you properly communicate it to others. Many people can be teaching the same thing, but because you have sat in it long enough to add your perspective, your upbringing, your education, your qualifications, your certifications, all of those things, which are the experiences that you saw, when you put all those things together and you come up with your own way of teaching that thing so that people understand even more, that is unfair advantage. Unfair advantage can be skills from your past work. It can be skills from things you no longer do anymore. When I started this YouTube channel, for example, my unfair advantage was that I had a previous career as a makeup artist. Therefore, I didn't need anybody to come and beat my face. And this was 2019. This was the era of face beats. I didn't need anybody to come and beat my face before I could get confident enough to come on camera. I already had that. I also had a previous business where I'd been selling wigs. So I had an array of wigs that allowed me to be presentable when I came on here. What that did was it allowed me to show up easier. I didn't have to fuss about how I looked because I already had the tools and the skills to put myself together. But I wasn't coming on here to teach makeup. I wasn't coming on here to teach how to lay your edges. but these skills allowed me to present my thoughts in a way that allowed the ladies that I wanted to speak to listen to me. Now, when all these three things that I just mentioned come together, you become the obvious choice for the person that you're looking for. And you stop being one of many options, either or. It becomes, this is the person I want to work with. I once got on a call with a client who said she came specifically to me because I was talking to African women and she wanted to talk to African women. Early on in my journey, I would have been scared to say I was talking to African women specifically because I would have been scared to remove other people from my sphere. But I help everyone. I've had Caucasian clients, African women, African American women. I have helped many people. Just because I say I'm for African women and I want to teach African women, that is a passion, right? I'm an African woman that has built from a small town with cultural differences and all of the restrictions that come with the package. So I know what an African woman who wants to build must be going through. That is why I want to help her find her invisible brilliance. That is my perspective. And based on the years that I have spent building personal brands for people, I know how to apply the general principles to the woman who is ready but scared, or ready and trying but is not working, to the woman who still has to deal with the home, still has to deal with the 9 to 5, has to deal with people saying, who does she think she is? All of these fears that I have felt as well, and I have guided people through. I know how to put this into perspective and turn it into a solution. So, whatever it is that is your unfair advantage, it is imperative that you find it so that you can start positioning, using it as a strength. So, let's do this exercise together. I use this exercise with my clients to find out what it is that makes them special. Every single client. Now, get your notebook, get your pen, or open your notes app. I'm going to ask you 3 questions and I want you to actually answer them. Don't answer them mentally. Write it down. Look at the words. Sit with the word. Number 1, what do I know that took me years to learn but I can explain in minutes? Many people immediately go to what they're doing in their job. And for the most part, yes, your personal brand can be built around what you're doing for your job. But if there is something else, if there's another answer that comes quickly, write it down. If you have more than one answer, write it down as well. What is the one thing that you spent years learning, not necessarily in a formal environment, but you've spent years learning and you can explain to somebody very, very quickly? Think about the conversations you have with your friends, with your clients, with your family, with your boss. Something that when you explain, they're like, I never thought of it that way. And the things that you realize are obvious to you, but like are new to other people. Write everything that comes up. Don't edit it. This is not, you're not showing anybody. This is between you and yourself. Write everything down. Question 2, what experiences do I have that most people in my field do not have? It could be from past careers before you entered this field. It could be from a business you used to run before, family that you have raised, places you have gone to, travel that you have had. It could be the kind of education that you got. It could be exposure, whatever it is that you believe that a lot of people might not have. Write it down. And let me tell you, these experiences don't have to be entirely positive. The negative experiences in our lives don't just happen for negative sake. There are lessons there. There is the texture that it adds to your life, and that is something that you should not ignore. So these experiences, write them down, even if they have nothing to do with your field. So even if it's not about education, if you have gone on sabbatical in a different country, if you have started a travel blog, even though it has nothing to do with your current industry, write it down. This is your brand's raw material. This is what gives you background. This is what gives you texture. I've said the word texture before, but that is it. Texture is that thing that you cannot exactly tell what it is, but it just adds something to the look. This texture I'm talking about will add something to your brand that people cannot pinpoint and therefore cannot replicate. And question 3, when clients, colleagues, and friends come to ask me questions, what do they ask me about? Personally, I don't know anybody that has asked me for fashion advice. I'm not the person you come to for fashion advice. But if you want to put your best foot forward on the internet, if you want to write about something, put your name out there, if you want to build an event, if you want to build anything at all, you want to you want to do something with your idea, you want to start an organization, these are the questions I get. How do I start? How do I grow? How do I take this thing from what is in my head to what people can see and interact with and pay me for? These are the questions I get on a daily from my friends, from my family. I'm telling you, when an aunt, a distant aunt, wants to start an NGO, I'm the person she calls. These recurring questions are a signal. This is a signal of your unfair advantage. This is that This is the universe telling you this is what is going to place you on the map. This is what people are looking for you for. Now, look at everything that you have built. Somewhere in there is the thing that differentiates you. Somewhere in there is the thing that's going to make you unmissable, the thing that you should build your brand around. Now, sometimes you might have to sit with it a little. Sometimes you might have to go even deeper in the exercise. Before we move on, let me share something with you. I realized that even though I share these exercises with you, sometimes implementation is still a problem, or even when you implement it, you still need some more clarity. Now, over the years, I have tried various methods of helping people. I've done one on one, I've written the book, I have the She's the Brand podcast. I'm constantly teaching, but I understand now that implementation is really the name of the game, which is why I came up with something remarkable, something that's going to change the game. It's an academy, not a course, not something that you're just going to buy and go away with. This is called She's the Brand Academy. Now, I'm so excited about this. Then I've got a waiting list that you can join so that you can become a founding member when we start accepting payments, and so that you can start getting resources that will also help you before you join the community. So what this comes with is a curriculum. It will teach you. I will have several teachings waiting for you to just binge. And every month we will have a coaching session where I will take your questions and I will guide you through whatever it is that you're implementing right now. Furthermore, every month we're going to have live sessions that will be recorded that will teach you something, teach you the next step, scale your brand, grow your brand. You're going to be doing it alongside other women that are also building, because I found that building in isolation is what makes people get stuck a lot of times. When you see other women showing up regardless of their fear, showing up even though they're not entirely sure, and I'll be there to egg you every step of the way, you're going to find that you move further faster. When you sign up for the waitlist, I'm going to send you a more practical way to do this exercise so that you have even more clarity. Head over to the link in my description to join the waiting list for She's the Brand Academy. I cannot wait to have you. So now that you've identified your unfair advantage, what next? What next is that it goes everywhere, but there are three specific places that you want to put your unfair advantage. Number one, your bio. Whatever platform that you're operating on, TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, wherever it is, this should appear in your bio. So coach, strategist, teacher, that is not an unfair advantage, right? That is a title. What you're looking for is to be specific. I help this specific person do this specific thing through this distinct approach that I have gotten through my unfair advantage. Second place it should go to is your content pillars. Everything you now put out should have something that reflects that unfair advantage. So when you're teaching from your perspective and you're owning it. It is very important to own this opinion that you have from this collection of things that have come together to be your unfair advantage. It is very, very important that your content reflects that. No more random posts. No more posting just because we said you should post. Now you're posting intentionally. Now you're posting with the knowledge that you have something that your people need. And third, it should show up in the way you talk about what you do. Practice in front of the mirror if you need to. But when you're talking about what you do, it should be apparent that you know that what you have is special and it is distinct, and not a lot of people in the industry have. So in your discovery calls, in the about page of your website, in your pitch, in the course of this video, I've already told you my unfair advantage. I have built something that not a lot of African women have built, from a place that not a lot of women are building from. I've built with 2 kids. I've built from a small town. I've built where nobody that looked like me was doing what I was doing. That is my unfair advantage. And therefore, I can help every big dreaming African woman who is currently feeling like she's being stifled or in a box. I can help you find your invisible brilliance, that unfair advantage that you have been hiding. I can help you bring it out and show it to the world and get paid for it and get recognized for it. So you have to show the audience that you understand what you're doing, that you know how to do it differently, and that the thing that differentiates you, they can actually find it nowhere else but with you. So here's what I want you to do with this thing that you just wrote, this exercise that you just went through. And of course, if you go in depth in what I will send you when you join the waitlist for She's the Brand Academy, it will even help you go deeper. Here's what I want you to do. Put it out today. You see, we can spend hours planning and writing and dreaming and talking to Claude and ChatGPT. But if we don't actually take the action, none of it matters. I promise you, I've been there. None of it matters. So the moment you're done watching this video and signing up for the wait list, I want you to go out there and put this in your bio. Something that you just understood from this exercise that you just did. And remember that your unfair advantage doesn't become a brand necessarily because you have found it. It becomes a brand because you have started putting it out there. That was fun, wasn't it? It's fun when I learn a little bit more about myself, when I become more self-aware, because self-awareness is part of personal branding. You cannot brand what you don't understand. And unless you do these exercises regularly, and I have so many of these exercises structured into the She's the Brand Academy, unless you do these regularly, you will always be operating in a different energy from what you really could be bringing to the table. So if you want to go deeper and you want consistent support, and the crazy part, for a ridiculously tiny amount of money. So here's the great thing about the waitlist, right? The founding members, the first 50 women that join the community, will get in at 10,000 naira, and that will be their monthly fee for as long as they're part of the community. The official fee will be 15,000 naira for anybody that joins. But if you're on the wait list, then you get to know when we actually open registrations before the school officially starts, and you can get in at founding price and keep paying founding price. This is the part that I love because I'm always looking for ways to give you maximum value with minimum investment. I want everybody to have access to this. So join the wait list and you will receive more resources from me even before, again, the school starts, because momentum is a thing. Lock in, the link is in the description. Now, if this video helped you in any way at all, share it with a woman who needs it. And don't forget to also listen to She's the Brand podcast. All of the links are in the description. If you're new here, don't forget to hit subscribe. In the next video, we're going to be doing the brand archaeology exercise. It's basically finding the stories that will make your brand pop. If this sounds interesting, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you'll be told every time I post a video. I'll see you in the next one.